guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, thank you for donating towards my channel by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. All right, Pisces. So we have a mermaid and a koi pond. Rediscover your individuality and become the dragon. All right, so mermaid and a koi pond. Koi ponds are ponds that people put out in their yard, or so you're bigger than where you are. So rediscover who you are and become the dragon, the energy. Step up into your true self. All right, the number is 41. Somebody may be 41 years old. Also, your birthday could be March 14. 14 being significant or important. The number is also 5, which would be March 5th. Would also be your birthday. All right, let's see what this is. All right, so do not drink the poison. And do not do things you know that are bad for you. Being your authentic, real, organic self. All right, so don't fall for the shit that these people are trying to spoon feed you, okay? Don't do it. Again, being your true, authentic self is important. Individuality. So who are you past anything that these people are talking about? Your birthday could be March 8th. 40 being there, significant or important. You could be 40 years old. The person around you could be 40 years old. Either way, don't drink the poison. Authentic, real, organic. So that's like even changing your food up and not eating food with pesticides on it. But believing in what's being said, because if you can take a look around and see what's happening, you know it's not right. And you might not be able to pinpoint it, but you know it's not right. And a mermaid in a koi pond means, like I said a minute ago, either you shrinking yourself, somebody shrinking you, or somebody trying to shrink you, okay? 40, keeping up. And that she has a clock. So you're trying to keep up with something, or maybe people even trying to keep up with you. 40 and 40, that's the number. 40 and 40 is 80. So somebody might have been born in the 80s. All right, or the 80s may be significant or important, or that may have been a time where you may have changed, you know, in a sense, okay? Taking immense effort to change you, but also you're advancing. So taking immense effort to put forth in order for you to become who you are. Unlocking the keys. Time does not exist. Clocks exist. But keeping up, trying to keep up with the cycle, this time cycle, or this timeline, okay? Either way, time being significant or important, because what side do you fall on? Do you believe that it exists or not? Because if you believe that exists, then you're going to only be limited by what time can give you, okay? But if you get a fresh perspective or a different perspective of it, it's probably going to put you in a different frame or state of mind, okay? All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so I'm shaking the table, all right? And literally meaning shaking the table, putting out some ideas that maybe others are not liking, or people, maybe you're fighting against it. And if you just open and expand your mind, you won't have to fight against anything. Be smart and take life as it comes. So as you're elevating and as you're growing, knowing that you're only in competition with yourself. It's you against you. And you unlocking the levels and the stages that you need to unlock in order for you to become the best you that you could be. So don't drink the poison. All right. So you are, okay, natural and confident. So natural being a thing. That could be your natural state, your natural form of energy, your natural being, okay? So definitely something important about who you are, what you believe in, and where you're being led to, okay? So your natural confidence is a talent that you can always rely on, who you are as a person. I feel like it's basically saying unlock who you are. Unlock the person, the being, the character, the avatar, whoever it is, unlock it because you need it, okay? So courage, confident, independent, focused, a zest for life, determination, and joy. Determined to find out who you are, determined to find out your life's purpose, determined to find out where you're meant to be or where you're meant to go. You are not your person. You are not life. You are not society. You are you. So anything else that comes could potentially be an addition, but you being you, who are you? Balanced in mind, balanced in energy, balanced in, but also knowing, don't start no one be that. So more balance. This is balance and this is balance. So sharing your success builds more success. Sharing your information, sharing your knowledge, sharing your wisdom. If you are a Ziploc bag, like you learning and you're absorbing a whole bunch of stuff, but you're not sharing it with anybody, what are you doing? You're learning it to be able to share it. You're unlocking it in order to be able to share it. Some people don't feel comfortable though. So that could also be saying step out of your comfort zone. So giving and receiving, not just taking from the universe, but also knowing how to give into the universe as well, okay? Inheritance, gifts, talents. That could also be you writing it down and, passing it down generation to generation. So abundance being there. We have find balance in your life to build success. Again, more balance. Time management or just management of you yourself. Because again, whatever you believe as far as time is concerned, clocks exist. What is time to you? So definitely you being here on the 3D, so you have to manage for what is here, what is now, but also I'm about to do a live, and because I just learned some stuff about this, or I'm learning some stuff about this, and it was talking about your circadian rhythm. And so I have a question, and the live probably this time is going to be more about questions, because I'm just going to pose some questions and, put it out there for y'all to think about. Either way, so weighing your options, also having decisions, okay? So multiple priorities, the things that you have to do, the things that you need to do, the things that you want to do, okay? Which one is which? Do you prioritize the things that you have to do, the things you need to do, or the things you want to do? And why can't you do them all? Depending upon how you feel about time. So we have be on your guard against deceit and concealment. So again, don't drink the poison. Don't do things that you know that are bad for you. That's also paying attention to what your timeline is suggesting to you, the information, the knowledge, what is coming down your timeline. So having some discernment in a situation. So things that have altered your perception about life, betrayals, deceptions, thievery, dishonesty, people trying to get away with stuff, people trying to fraud the system, people that don't, they're not forthright is the word. How has this distorted your view or your reality in certain ways or forms and fashions? And making sure that you understand that people are people, and you can only control what you do or what you receive, and making sure that if you're trying to elevate yourself to a higher level of consciousness or a higher timeline or a higher elevation, you can't feed yourself some of this stuff. The book is called The Broken Ladder. It talks about how They took poor kids and moved them a street over to a middle class neighborhood, and how it changed their perspective or their perception of life. The more you grow, you gain different perspectives in situations. So if they take you from the level that you're at now and put you in a different elevation, because again, you now have to expand. So that's like learning, but also not trusting everything that is put in a book, because not everybody that writes a book knows what they're talking about. So this is like having some discernment, and also like going to God about it. So an ascension, the world, a completion and accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, and the celebration of life. You have arrived. This is when you get to different elevations, okay? So definitely what they talk about, new levels, new devils, but also new levels, you learn to see the devil for what it is, or spot that energy and move past it. So, you know, I keep saying, I'm going to teach you how to move in a room full of vultures. So me teaching you how to move in a room full of vultures is understanding that the world is a melting pot. Certain energies won't even come into your energy when you are a different elevation, or they'll come into it differently, because some people know not to play in your face. So they're not going to come at you straight on when you get to a different elevation. They start conniving. They try to connive their way in, because you got to remember, as you elevate, there's checks and balances. There's people who are put in position to make sure that just not no regular Joe Schmo gets to just come into your energy. So certain people won't even, they just won't. But a different type of energy will try to now, because they know they got to do it differently. So keeping up with the time, keeping up with the timeline, keeping up with the perception of time, and knowing who you are, you got to figure out who you are first. That's the thing. Because if you don't know who you are, people can try to tell you you're anything. And you don't want to live off of what somebody else thinks of you. You want to know that you are, and then be able to state that very clearly, because I'm not that. And that's just like, you know, when people try to engage or, you know, say certain things to me, I instantly tell them, I'm not that. You got to take that back to wherever, you know, those people that will accept that. And I'm not going to have to tell you again. I just won't respond to certain people because of the fact that I'm not that. So who you talking to? And it's not that I think anything other than I know who I am. And because I know who I am, I'm not tolerating that. I don't have to. Get your mom to do it. So Pisces, this is the reading. Hopefully it helps. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God.